Your body has been running a silent clock your entire life, and most people don't discover what it reads until it's too late. You eat reasonably well, you move when you can, maybe you take your vitamins, and by every external measure you look fine, maybe even younger than your age. But inside your cells, the real number could be shocking you right now. Not the year on your passport, not the candles on your last birthday cake, your biological age, the one that actually determines how long you have left and how well you'll feel while you're living it. Here's the trap almost everyone falls into. They think because they feel fine, they are fine. A study that tracked over 4,000 people for 12 years found that two people born on the exact same day can face a 6 times difference in mortality risk, not because of their diet, not because of their gym membership, but because of one invisible biological score they never knew existed. You could be running marathons, eating clean, sleeping 8 hours, and your biological clock could still be racing ahead, silently aging your heart, your brain, your kidneys, decades faster than your calendar says it should. This is about one thing: DNA methylation. The chemical dimmer switches on your genome that control how fast your cells age. Nobody told you about this in school. Your doctor probably never mentioned it, because for most of medical history, we had no way to measure it. This isn't about choices you made wrong. It's about information you were never given. Today, I'm going to show you 6 tests you can do at home, right now, in your living room, validated in peer-reviewed journals, that reveal your true biological age with startling accuracy. Not motivation, biology. For 200,000 years, your body's aging speed was perfectly calibrated to its environment. Your ancestors faced threats that were physical, stressors that were temporary, and the body's chemical response systems were masterpieces of survival engineering. In that world, the biological clock was your greatest ally. It knew when to repair, when to accelerate, and when to slow. It read the environment and responded. Your biology has not updated its software in 10,000 years, but your environment has changed completely. Today there are no tigers. Instead, there are deadlines, screens at midnight, processed food engineered to override your hunger signals, and chronic low-grade stress that your nervous system reads as a permanent state of emergency. Your ancient biological clock is still responding furiously to a threat that never ends. DNA methylation is essentially a dimmer switch system layered on top of your genetic code. Imagine your DNA as a massive library. Your genes are the books inside it, and DNA methylation is the librarian who decides which books get pulled from the shelves and which ones stay locked away. As we age, or as we expose ourselves to chronic stress, poor sleep, inflammatory food, the librarian starts making more and more mistakes. The wrong books get opened, the right ones get buried. And the speed of those mistakes? That is your biological age. You've been measuring your health with the wrong ruler. Chronological age tells you how many times you've orbited the sun. Biological age tells you how many years your cells have actually been used up, and those two numbers can differ by decades, in either direction. Test 1. The sitting rising test. Here's what I want you to do right now. Stand up, cross your right foot over your left, and lower yourself to the floor without using your hands or your knees. Just sit down. Now stand back up, the same way. No hands, no knees. Go ahead, I'll wait. A study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology tracked 4,282 people between ages 46 and 75 for 12 years. Researchers scored them from 0 to 10 based on how many times they needed support to get up and down. People who scored between 0 and 4 were 6 times more likely to die during the follow-up period than those who scored a perfect 10. Not 2 times, not 3 times, 6. This isn't a flexibility test. It's measuring 5 physiological systems simultaneously: muscular strength, coordination, flexibility, motor balance, and body composition. When those systems start failing together, your body's repair mechanisms can't keep up, and that's biological aging made visible. Test 2. The gait speed test. Physical therapists now call gait speed the 6th vital sign, right alongside blood pressure, heart rate, and oxygen saturation. Measure out 10 meters in a hallway, add 2 meters on each end to accelerate and decelerate, and time only the middle 10. Walk at your normal pace. Aim for 1 meter per second or faster, which means crossing 10 meters in 10 seconds or less. Slower than that, and studies show a direct link to cognitive decline, future hospitalization, loss of independence, and shortened lifespan. Your walking speed is a readout of your entire body working together. Muscle power, neural signaling, cardiovascular output, balance, joint integrity, all firing simultaneously with every step. When any one system starts failing, the pace slows, And it's not laziness, it's your body telling you something is aging faster than it should. Before test 3, which is the one that predicts cardiovascular disease with 96% accuracy, if this level of science is what you want more of, hit subscribe right now. Every week, we go this deep into the biology your doctor doesn't have time to explain. Hit subscribe, and let's keep going. Test 3, the grip strength test. This is where most people want to argue with me, and I understand why, because what I'm about to say sounds absurd. A 2025 study published in JAMA Network Open followed nearly 5,500 women between the ages of 63 and 99 for over 8 years. Women with the strongest grip strength had a 33% lower risk of death compared to those with the weakest grip. 33% from a handshake. A separate study of over 500,000 people found that low grip strength is directly linked to higher all-cause mortality, with specific elevated risk for cardiovascular disease, respiratory illness, and cancer. To test yours, squeeze your dominant hand into a tight fist and hold it hard for 10 seconds. If you have a bathroom scale, place it on a table and squeeze it, aiming for 26 kilograms of force as a man, 16 kilograms as a woman. If you can't generate that, your neuromuscular system is showing its biological age. Test 4. The chair stand test. Sit in a firm chair with your feet flat and your arms crossed over your chest. Have your phone stopwatch ready. Stand up fully. Sit back down, as fast as you can, 5 times. Stop when you return to seated after the 5th stand. The same 2025 JAMA Network Open study found that women who completed this test in 11 seconds or less had a 37% lower risk of death compared to the slowest group. 37% from 5 chair stands. Under 65, you should complete 15 repetitions in 30 seconds as a woman, 17 as a man. This is a clinical tool used in geriatric wards to predict hospitalization risk within the next 2 years, not a fitness benchmark. Test 5. The single leg balance test. Stand near a wall for safety. Hands on hips, eyes open, lift 1 foot off the ground, and start your timer. Research published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people who cannot stand on one leg for 10 seconds are twice as likely to die in the next 10 years. Of any cause. Your target depends on your age. Under 40, aim for 43 seconds. Ages 40 to 49, 40 seconds. 50 to 59, 37 seconds. 60 to 69, 30 seconds. 70 to 79, 20 seconds. And over 80, 5 seconds is the clinical threshold. Balance training isn't just about standing on one leg. It rewires the communication pathways between your inner ear, your eyes, and your motor cortex. Tai Chi, single leg exercises, even walking barefoot on uneven surfaces, activate these pathways, and research shows they can reverse functional balance age by 5 to 10 years within weeks. Test 6. The push-up test. A 10-year study of 1,104 firefighters found that men who could complete 40 or more consecutive push-ups had a 96% lower risk of developing cardiovascular disease compared to those who could do 10 or fewer. 96% from a push-up test. Drop to the floor, standard position, go to failure, and count. Under 10 and your cardiovascular biological age is significantly elevated. 10 to 20 is moderate concern. 20 to 39 is a healthy range. 40 or more in you are statistically in the lowest cardiovascular risk category science has ever measured. Push-up capacity is not just a muscle test, it's a proxy for cardiovascular output, neural drive efficiency, and connective tissue resilience, 3 systems that aging attacks simultaneously. When all 3 decline together, heart disease risk escalates in a cascade that a cardiogram might not catch for years. The connection that changes everything. Here's the piece of science that will make you put your phone down and sit up. Researchers at Northwestern University found that the pattern of DNA methylation, the chemical system controlling how fast your cells age, is directly and measurably altered by how well you perform on tests exactly like these. The body you're testing on the outside is the same body being tested on the inside. The chair stand test, the grip test, the balance countdown, they are not separate from your epigenetic age. They are your epigenetic age, made physical. Your DNA methylation clock, expressed in movement. I know what some of you are thinking right now, these are fitness tests. They don't tell me anything about my real biology. And that's exactly the belief that has been costing people decades of healthy life. This is where the conventional fitness world gets it completely backwards. But here's where most people go wrong, and it erases everything they've just discovered. They take these tests, they're alarmed by their scores, and then they run straight to the same surface-level solutions that haven't worked for years. More cardio, another diet, a new supplement, and they wonder why their trajectory doesn't change. Here's what actually changes everything. Biological age responds to signals, not effort. Your epigenetic clock doesn't care how hard you worked. It cares what message your body received while you were working. Chronic high-intensity training sends a stress signal. Your biology reads it as a threat and accelerates aging. Consistent moderate movement, combined with adequate sleep, anti-inflammatory nutrition, and genuine recovery, sends a steady signal. And that is the only signal that reverses the clock. Your biological age cannot improve in a body that believes it is under siege. You must signal safety first. Everything else comes second. I want to know your scores. Drop your results in the comments, even just the one test that surprised you most. Your comment might be the thing that gets someone else to take this seriously. And if this video shifted something for you today, hit like. It tells the algorithm this information matters. And it does. If you begin targeting these 6 signals not for fitness, but for biological communication, here is what the research shows you can expect. Within 2 weeks, gait speed and balance scores improve as neural pathways begin reactivating, and your body stops reading the environment as a threat. By week 4, chair stand time and grip strength measurably increase, cellular inflammation markers begin to drop, and your energy systems start signaling safety. By week 8, research from the Human Longevity Lab at Northwestern University shows measurable changes in DNA methylation patterns become detectable. And by month 6, full biological age reversal of 3 to 8 years is documented in peer-reviewed literature when all 6 physical signals are consistently positive, not as a goal, not as something you're straining toward, as a side effect of a system finally receiving the instructions it was built to follow, without even trying to be younger, just by telling your biology, we are safe. Most people start their health journey fighting their age. They battle the mirror, they punish the body, they follow the calorie counts and the HIIT plans and the supplement stacks, and they wonder why, year after year, they feel older than they should. The fitness industry sold them effort. The medical system gave them numbers once a year on a lab report, and nobody told them that the real clock was ticking inside their cells, reading every signal their lifestyle was sending, every single day. Biological aging is not a battle of willpower against time. It is a negotiation between your lifestyle signals and your epigenome, and unlike time, your epigenome listens. Your body isn't broken. It isn't stubborn. It isn't betraying you. It has been faithfully executing the instructions it received from your sleep, your stress, your movement, your food, with perfect biological precision. The issue was never you. It was the instruction set. And now, for the first time, you know how to read it and how to rewrite it. At the beginning of this video, I told you your body has been running a silent clock your entire life. It still is, right now. But from this moment on, you know what that clock is reading. You know the 6 ways to measure it, and you know the one principle that changes it. Your body does not reverse its biological age when it is under attack. It reverses when it finally feels safe. Start there. The clock can wait. If you want to keep understanding your biology at this level, the real mechanisms, the peer-reviewed science, the tools your doctor doesn't have time to walk you through, subscribe right now and hit the bell so you never miss one. If this video gave you something real today, hit like. It takes 1 second. Tell me in the comments which test was your biggest revelation. And finally, think of one person in your life who needs to hear this. A parent, a friend who's been struggling, a sibling who thinks they're fine because they feel fine. Send this to them right now, because the earlier someone knows their biological age, the more time they have to change it. That's a gift only you can give them today.